At first glance, women's diving can seem almost effortless. A short sprint, a smooth takeoff, a few elegant twists in the air, and then silence. The diver slices into the water with barely a ripple. For spectators, the entire sequence lasts only a few seconds, yet it often leaves a lasting impression of calm, balance, and control. What makes women's diving so captivating is this illusion of ease. Behind every flawless entry is a level of discipline, strength, and mental focus that few sports demand so intensely. Women's diving sits at the crossroads of athletic power and artistic precision. It is not just about jumping from a height into a pool. It is about mastering gravity, timing, body awareness, and fear. Every movement is judged, every angle scrutinized, and every mistake amplified. The reason elite women divers appear so composed is not because the sport is simple, but because they have trained themselves to make the extremely difficult look natural. The art of controlled flight. In women's diving, the moment the diver leaves the platform or springboard, she enters a brief state of controlled flight. There is no chance to correct a mistake once airborne. The body must already know exactly what to do. The diver's takeoff determines everything that follows: height, rotation speed, balance, and alignment. What stands out in women's diving is the consistency of this takeoff. Top divers generate explosive power from their legs while keeping their upper bodies relaxed and aligned. This balance between tension and release is essential. Too much force without control leads to sloppy form. Too much caution results in a dive that lacks height and precision. The best women divers find the perfect middle ground, launching themselves upward with confidence and purpose. Once in the air, the dive becomes a sequence of shapes: tuck, pike, straight, twists layered onto somersaults. Each position must be clean, symmetrical, and held for just the right amount of time. Viewers often underestimate how physically demanding this is. Core strength, flexibility, and spatial awareness are all tested in fractions of a second. Strength behind the elegance. One of the biggest misconceptions about women's diving is that it relies more on grace than strength. In reality, elite women divers are among the strongest athletes in the world relative to their size. Their legs generate powerful vertical lift, their cores stabilize complex rotations, and their shoulders absorb significant impact upon water entry. Training for women's diving includes hours of strength conditioning. Squats, jumps, core drills, and upper body exercises are all part of the routine. Flexibility training is equally important. Tight muscles can limit rotation speed and compromise form, while flexibility allows divers to achieve clean lines and faster, more controlled spins. What makes this strength impressive is how invisible it appears during competition. The diver's body looks light, almost weightless, even though every movement is driven by muscle control, developed over years of repetitive training. This contrast between effort and appearance is part of what makes women's diving so compelling to watch. Precision, measured in details. In competitive women's diving, perfection is measured in details that most casual viewers never notice. Judges evaluate approach, takeoff, flight, and entry. A slightly bent knee, uneven arms, or an over-rotation can cost valuable points. The entry into the water is often the most memorable moment of a dive. The goal is a vertical line, toes pointed, body tight, hands cutting the surface first. The smaller the splash, the higher the score. Achieving this requires exact timing. The diver must open her body at precisely the right moment to stop rotation and align vertically, What makes elite women divers stand out is their consistency. Many athletes can perform a great dive once. The best can repeat near-perfect dives under pressure, round after round. This reliability is not accidental. It is the result of endless repetition and refined muscle memory. Mental focus. Under-pressure diving is as much a mental sport as it is a physical one. Standing on a 10-meter platform, looking down at the water below, is intimidating even for experienced athletes. Add competition pressure, expectations, and the awareness that one mistake can change everything, and the challenge becomes even greater. Elite women divers develop strong mental routines to stay focused. Visualization plays a major role. Before a dive, many athletes mentally rehearse every phase, from approach to entry. Breathing techniques help control nerves and maintain composure. What separates top competitors is their ability to reset quickly. A poor dive cannot be allowed to affect the next one. This mental resilience is crucial in multi-round competitions, where emotional control can be just as important as physical execution. Training that starts young. Most elite women divers begin training at a young age. Early exposure allows them to develop body awareness, flexibility, and confidence in the air. Over time, training becomes more specialized, focusing on increasing difficulty while maintaining form. Dryland training is a key component of development. Trampolines, harnesses, and foam pits allow divers to practice rotations safely, without water impact. This controlled environment helps athletes refine technique before taking dives to the pool. As divers progress, they gradually add complexity. New dives are introduced step by step, ensuring that each movement is mastered before moving on. This patient approach is one reason elite women divers look so composed. They rarely attempt a skill in competition that they have not already perfected countless times in practice. The balance between risk and reward. Women's diving is governed by a scoring system that rewards difficulty but punishes mistakes. Athletes must decide how challenging their dive lists should be. A highly difficult dive performed poorly can score less than a simpler dive executed perfectly. The best women divers understand this balance. They choose dives that suit their strengths, combining technical difficulty with consistency. This strategic approach is another reason their performances appear effortless. The audience sees smooth execution, not the calculations behind each decision. As the sport evolves, difficulty levels continue to rise. Women are performing dives that were once considered nearly impossible. Yet even as complexity increases, the emphasis on clean execution remains. This commitment to quality over reckless risk defines the highest level of the sport. Why it looks so easy. The illusion of ease in women's diving is the result of mastery. When an athlete fully understands her body, timing, and technique, movements become fluid. There is no hesitation, no visible struggle. Everything flows. This is similar to other precision sports, where years of training compress into moments of apparent simplicity. The difference with diving is the added element of height and gravity. There is no margin for error, which makes the calmness of elite women divers even more impressive.